Welcome to Hockey Night in Oswego here in the Marano Campus Center as your Oswego State Lakers get ready to take on the Canton Kangaroos. Zachary Haynes joined alongside here by Jaden Reynolds as we get ready for this exciting matchup.
Right, Zach. It's so cold outside and it's so cold in here, but once that puck drops, best believe the heat is on.
That's right, and before we get into today's matchup, we're going to go over the Lakers' most recent game against the Cortland Red Dragons that happened here in the Marano Campus Center. Now, they started off really hot in that game against the Red Dragons, taking a very early lead.
Right, the Lakers definitely showed a lot of pressure on Cortland's end. They got up in those goals, they made sure the shots were blocked, made sure they pushed them up against the wall, and it led to some early goals, especially one in the power play, as you see right here, which was definitely a big moment for them.
And that was definitely a long shot for them, even by their standards, almost from the blue line there. But as we see in the third, they're going to be able to go up to a 3-0 lead against the Red Dragons. Do you think that would have been a done deal? That would have sealed the deal, but no.
They got too comfortable at the end of that third period. They ended up letting Cortland get 3 goals, especially one on the power play, when they definitely didn't make power plays throughout the entire season. So it was very surprising to see that. And then, of course, Cortland would push it to an overtime and the tie game 3-3.
Now, would you say for the Oswego State Lakers, what happened on their defensive end that caused this comeback to happen?
I feel like they got a little bit too comfortable. They definitely gave Farmer a lot of more shots to work with compared to first 2 periods because she was having to deal with a lot. And, of course, when you have all those players up in there, it's too much.
All right, and that was against the Cortland Red Dragons, but their 3-game streak has been a little bit of mixed results going on, especially against their new HL opponents. They played against Plattsburgh, 3-0 loss. They played against Buffalo State here in the Marano Campus Center. They won 6-2, and then the Cortland was the tie.
The Plattsburgh game definitely gave Oswego some motivation to do way better. Of course, 19 shots to 41 shots. You definitely have to improve from that point on. So they took that opportunity against Buffalo State, demolished them 6-2, taking way more shots and showing way more aggression.
Now, would you say for this matchup tonight between them and the Canton Kangaroos, is it a quality of shots or is it quantity of shots?
I say it's a mixture. Of course, some of the shots they take, they're a little bit longer range shots, and most times they do go in, but of course they have to put pressure on that goalie, and else that's how you do it.
Well, this isn't the first time that Canton has come to the Marano Campus Center and played the Lakers. They've been here a few times before, especially in 2013 and 2016. Oswego has a 4-0 record on them, as we see in 2013. Oswego outscored them 9-2, and then 2016 outscored them 16-1, so a total of 25-3 scoring in those 4 matchups.
Those are some pretty nasty results, but let me tell you, that's Canton from 3 years ago and 6 years ago. This team could be a different team than what we saw before. They weren't in the conference back then, so of course they're going to have to adapt to that play style and find a new way how to beat the Lakers.
Well, you don't want to get another upset here at home, so what is the Lakers going to have to do to make sure that they secure the win tonight?
I feel like the Lakers can do the same thing they did last game. Of course, bring that great offense they had the first and second period again, but make sure they put a little bit more emphasis with the players playing on defense to make sure that the goalie is not as contested as before against Cortland, because we saw that definitely led from a win to like, oh wow, they're actually going to be down from now.
And that's definitely some great stuff. When we come back from the break, we're going to go over your new HL standings and also some of the top performing players on the Lakers. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego. Welcome back to the Marano Campus Center. We got your Hockey Night in Oswego as the Lakers get ready to take on the Canton Kangaroos. Zach Haynes, Jaden Reynolds. Now, before we get into today's game, we're going to talk about those new HL standings going around in the conference.
All right, these standings really do matter. Winning games and getting to the desired playoff position that you want is definitely key to winning the conference. Right now, we have Plattsburgh, 6 wins, no losses, no ties, doing pretty impressive right now as the reigning champions of the conference. Cortland right behind them, 4-1-1. Of course, their last tie coming from the last game with Oswego. And Mooresville, 2-1-1, a new one in the conference.
And we got Potsdam 2-3, Oswego 1-2-1, We got Buffalo State 1-5, and Canton bringing up the bottom at 0-4-1, looking for that elusive first win in the new HL conference.
Right, Canton is desperate to hop on those standings and to get a better position than they have before. And same thing for Oswego, they want to get ahead of Potsdam, especially for the next game tomorrow already against them.
And the newcomers to the new HL are Canton and Mooresville. They already played once this season. Now that there's 7 teams in the conference, if you win the conference, you get an automatic bid into the NCAA Division III Championship Tournament. So how important are these conference wins?
It's very, very important, Zach. Every team, they need to push forward and try to beat Plattsburgh. That is the, right now, biggest threat I can see in the conference. And if they want to get any chance anywhere near that championship, that's the key.
And that's definitely a big thing, picking up these conference wins to get that automatic bid into the tournament. So for the Lakers, how important is this win tonight?
It's very important. Tonight's game and tomorrow's game against Potsdam are very crucial games that the Lakers need to win. They have to use all their offense, their defense, come together as a team, and put the most effective playing that they ever had throughout the entire season.
And with a chance to jump up in the new HL standings, this game is important. Coming up after the break, we're going to toss it to the press box. Nick Ketter, Mike Gross on the call, and your players to watch for the game, so don't go anywhere. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Hockey Night in Oswego. I'm Nick Ketter alongside Mike Gross here in the Steve Levy press box. Well, Mike, we've got a great game ahead of us between the SUNY Canton Kangaroos and the Oswego State Lakers. So you have some players to watch. On who you have on the Canton end?
Well, on the Canton end, I have the junior forward, number 91, Brianna Bedborough. She's got 1 goal and 1 assist this year so far. But one thing I found interesting was that in 5 games, she has 6 penalties, good for 12 penalty minutes. This year, all of last season, in 25 games, she had 8 penalties, good for 16 penalty minutes.
Well, who do you have on the Lakers end?
Well, on the Lakers end, I have the freshman forward, number 6, Megan Teachout from Auburn, New York. She's got 4 points in 6 games with 20 total shots. That's 3 goals and an assist from her. And the Lakers are +1 with Teachout on the ice, so she's a very big good.
Well, when we come back, we'll have puck drop. We got to take a break right now, so we'll see you on the other end. Don't go anywhere.
Everybody can make something because
WTOP 10. It's myself, Nick Ketter, alongside Michael Gross. We're just about ready for puck drop here in the Murano Campus Center as the Oswego State Lakers take on the SUNY Canton Kangaroos. Well, Mike, we have got a good new HL matchup ahead of us between these two teams that find themselves at the bottom of the new HL standings. What would a win mean for one of these teams?
Well, Canton, this is their first year in the new HL. They've yet to find a win. They are 0-4-1 on the season, have not played well thus far, haven't scored many goals, but they have shown bits and pieces where they've looked good in the special teams, on the penalty kill, on the power play sometimes. And maybe what they need to do tonight is they have to pressure this Oswego team.
Well, certainly. We talked about how important this win would be in this division for the Lakers and the Kangaroos. As you said, the Kangaroos find themselves at the very bottom of the new HL standings, and they're going to go with tonight in net number 73, Brooke Suzak out of Bowmanville, Ontario. And on the Lakers end, it's going to be Tia Travado, the freshman out of Richmond Hill, Ontario. She's getting, I believe, her first start in net in the regular season. She did play in the one of the Plattsburgh games that the Lakers were in earlier this year. I believe the one was a 7-1 loss. She saw about 24 minutes in that game.
And I think they're going to play her tonight because Rachel Farmer in her last game let up 3 goals in that third period against Cortland, and that ended up in a tie 3-3.
Well, we'll see what happens as Randazzo and Teachout move along the near boards in the neutral zone. It's going to be Lewis for SUNY Canton jousting with Teachout in the near corner. Stewart finds her way out with the puck as it's in the Canton zone. Moved along by the Kangaroos. Koznowski with it in the neutral zone. Passes ahead to Best. Travado goes out to play it. Almost a dangerous play there. Randazzo there to save the day with her D-pair partner, Bailey Thomas. Squeaks out behind Randazzo as Gillies is with it. Back out to the blue line for Verity Lewis. She's fought by McCown over to Bailey Thomas. Bailey Thomas going to move it ahead and corral it for the Lakers. Number 16, Morgan Shines with it now. As the Lakers have it on the near boards. It's moved ahead by McCown. McCown falls and throws it into the SUNY Canton zone. Quick start here for both teams. And turned over to Anika Neufeld. Kreider for the Lakers. Kreider moving it, but it's turned over right in front of Suzak. A dangerous play almost there as the Lakers corral it. Shines, gets it in the corner, turned over to Parigi. Parigi with it now. She turns it over, but it's dumped ahead for Canton. Mike, what are you seeing so far?
Well, so far, Oswego's been very sloppy in the Canton zone. They have to do a better job of making crisper passes so that they can get the opportunity on goal because they have to start scoring early or shooting early and often.
Well, Kreider chases it into the SUNY Canton zone behind number 44, Kelly Leatham. That's moved over to the Kangaroos, move it into the Lakers zone. Shot in front of Travado, but it's turned away by Byrne as she fights with Koznowski, excuse me, into the neutral zone again and fought for. Going back and forth between it. Gustafson's going to come out with this one, but it's again turned over. Lots of turnovers here early in this one. Morissette goes over to play it. Koznowski ahead, or Bedborough rather, for SUNY Canton. She's going to change. Avery Webster moves it ahead. Ashlyn McAleer goes down, and this one's going to be an icing. So a lot of turnovers early in this one for both sides. No one can really get a grip on the puck.
Yeah, it's been rough for both sides. Neither team passes the puck well, whether it's in their zone, the neutral zone, or in the opposite zone. It hasn't looked good so far. Let's hope they can clean it up.
Well, the face-off in the Lakers zone here. This one's Avery Webster's going to get this one off the face-off win from Ferguson. Caitlin Ferguson is playing against her former team in the SUNY Canton Kangaroos. Going to look for a win tonight. Ferguson goes out against Hine at the blue line. Moved along and turned over to Ferguson. That's Best who loses it. McAleer across center ice. Moving it into the Kangaroo zone, but nobody can really corral it there. Morissette across the McAleer shot and off the glove of Suzak. Nice save from her just to get a piece of it. Moving it out is the Kangaroos. Ahead to Best. Webster there to defend. Stewart with it now. Moves it over to Molly Evans. Teachout is there. Fought for along the near boards in the Lakers zone. Koznowski cannot corral it. Teachout's ahead with it. 3 defenders on her. Stewart and Teachout collide, and the puck goes to the Kangaroos. Moved along in a turnover there, and it's going to be Amber Thomas going down. A lot of players hitting the ice here, Mike.
Yeah, and you saw early so far, Megan Teachout. Actually, well, wait a second here.
Simeone ahead with a shot, and it goes wide. It's going to be Randazzo and Simeone chasing it around into the near board corner. Parigi and Randazzo joust for it along the near board. Simeone is there. Amber Thomas is there for help as well, and it's at center ice.
And what I was going to say before, you can already see the forward. Here she is right now, Megan Teachout, causing havoc in Canton's zone. She's already gotten an attempt to get a shot on goal, but she's going to be in that zone a lot. She's going to pester that keeper, Susak.
Well, Michaela McIntyre with it behind Suzak. She's moving it ahead. Met by Morgan Shines, and a turnover in the zone. Shines with it. Has 2 players. That's Grugan in the far corner. Nothing really came out of that, and it's turned away, but recovered by Taggart at the blue line. The Lakers will keep possession. McCown behind the net. Grugan is in front with heavy defense in front of her. And Shines goes out and gets it. Pushes it back to Taggart at the blue line. Taggart and Thomas at the blue line. It's shot in, but blocked. Shines with it now. Moved across to Bailey Thomas. Thomas into McCown. McCown into Grugan. And it's turned over. And the Kangaroos will move it back the other way. Kind of sloppy puck play there from them after the pass from Duquette goes wide, and it's turned back over to the Lakers yet again. Morgan Shines races in and recovers the puck before it could be an icing. And she turns it over to McIntyre, who moves it along the near boards in their Kangaroo zone. Behind the net it goes, and SUNY Canton moving it ahead quickly. Canton, that's Cullen, moving it ahead. Behind Travado. Cullen goes down on the hit from Byrne. Hine with it now, moving it ahead to Lethem. Lethem shoots, and oh, what a save by Travado. Not sure if that got the post, but Travado looked like she got a pad on that one. A shot and a save turned away by Travado again. Webster fighting with it with DeRocher, and it's moved out of the zone. Great defensive stand there, Mike.
Yeah, and it was a good job there by Tia Travado. She had all positioning on that net. She had it well covered, especially from the right side. Would not let that puck find the back of the net.
Well, as we said, she is pretty fresh in the net this year for the Lakers, so great to see her making saves in the Lakers net, especially with opportunities like that. As we have a face-off, it's Mia Conboy for the Lakers, and she wins the face-off over to Avery Webster, who goes down in the corner with Koznowski. Hine fights with Neufeld-Kreider for the puck. Webster's going to come up with it. It's Best recovering it just outside the blue line. She elects to dump it in, and she does. Madison Byrne with it now. Byrne behind her own net finds Webster. And SUNY Canton with a turnover in front. Koznowski and Best move it along. Hine with it now. Hine at the blue line. It's turned away off the skate of Gustafson. And Best carries it behind the net. Moved along and fought for it by Webster. Canton with it now behind the net. Out to the blue line and moved along. Hine back to her teammate at the blue line. Turned away. Lewis could not get the shot off there as it was blocked by the Lakers.
Wonderful puck movement here by the Kangaroos. They're slowly finding opportunities and opportunities to get shots on goal.
Well, Byrne gonna elect to challenge there behind her own net. Webster loses the puck. This one's moved around by Simeone. Simeone can't get it in the face-off circle. Webster's going to turn it around to Gustafson. Along the near boards, the Lakers move it ahead, and they just dump it ahead. It looks like it's going to be an icing here for the Lakers. The Lakers kind of look like they're on their heels here. SUNY Canton is really pressuring the Lakers in their own zone.
Yeah, you saw great puck movement in the Lakers zone, and I almost thought that Bedborough there, the player to watch that I had, could have had an opportunity on goal. She elected to keep it going, keep it moving around the horn, but a lot of opportunities early on.
Well, Simeone wins it off the face-off, and that one goes back to Duquette, but she cannot handle it at the blue line. Duquette decides to move it ahead right to the stick of Byrne, who runs it to the referee. Ahead, Gustafson just tips it down into the Canton zone. They do need to change, as Morissette and Giglio are out there. And it's turned over. Simeone with it now for SUNY Canton. She has McIntyre, and she passes it to her, but it's turned over to Giglio. Bailey Thomas moves in. Fighting along the boards is Bedborough with Giglio. Back to McIntyre for the Kangaroos. Moved ahead to Parigi. Parigi moves it ahead, and the Kangaroos are on their way. Bedborough loses it. Turned over to McAleer, who can't corral it. McAleer almost gets back to that one. Duquette and her fight for it along the far boards, and it goes out to the Kangaroos yet again. Parigi moving it and loses the puck. It's going to be an icing on the other end, and the Lakers will touch it up. So this one will move back into the Oswego Laker offensive zone. Brooke Suzak in net for SUNY Canton. She has only seen one shot on the night, as has Tia Travado for the Lakers. It's going to be Amber Thomas, New HL Player of the Week, facing off, and she loses the face-off, but the Lakers do get it back. Teachout attempts to shoot there, but is blocked. Aaron Stewart coming up behind Duquette and cannot turn that one over, but it does trickle to the back of the net for the Lakers here. Teachout fighting along the boards. Teachout goes down. This one moved along by the Kangaroos on the far board. Stewart seems to be everywhere in the offensive zone for the Lakers as Amber Thomas tries to corral it. It's taken away by Duquette. The Kangaroos fighting for it. It's Duquette on Stewart. Turned over almost for Randazzo, but she just can't get her stick on it. This one's going to go back to Tegart, who moves it ahead to Teachout. As Teachout tries to cross center ice, Suzuki and Bedborough take her down. Tegart moving it ahead. Tegart one-on-one with a move. Tegart has one with her. Tegart elects to go behind the net. Back out to the blue line she goes to Molly Evans, who throws it in. but it does not reach the goaltender. This one's going to go the other way and be another icing for SUNY Canton. Well, Mike, we've seen it kind of go both ways here. Initially, the Lakers were on their heels, but now it seemed to turn the other way.
Yeah, Molly Evans turned that last one over on that last possession, but I really thought that number 23, Hannah DeRosiers, would have been called for a high stick. It actually hit Molly Evans in the head. I know she was just changing and adjusting the angle of her stick, but either way, if the stick's up above the head and you're not going for the puck, that's a high stick.
Well, DeRosier now shooting that one across the McCount on the turnover, but it will be taken by Leatham. Leatham moves it ahead to Rocher, and the Kangaroos are off. It's Cullen. Lily Cullen moving it through the neutral zone and just dumps it in. Travato comes out to play it for the Lakers, leaves it for Evans, moves it ahead to Grugan, who can't reach it. Webster loses it in front of the net, and a scrum in front of the net. The puck was open, or the net was open, excuse me. Grugan moving it ahead now after the scrum. Grugan ahead. Leatham has turned around, and Grugan's going to have an opportunity by herself, but she is quickly met by the defense of the SUNY Canton Kangaroos. This one moved behind the net for Leatham again, and moved across. Through center ice go the Kangaroos. It's going to be Best. Best decides to take a shot, but it's blocked. Gustafson collides with DeRosier, but the puck goes back to the blue line. A shot from the blue line from DeRosier. This one Best in the far boards corner. It's going to turn it over to Tegart for the Lakers. Gustafson with it now, moving it ahead. It's turned over at the blue line again to Hine. The top defensive line out there for the Kangaroos. They've been good in this one so far. Around the blue line again, Hine moving it in to the face-off dot, and it doesn't go. Lewis with it now. And Gustafson catches the turnover on an interception. She's going to take it and just dump it in there. She looked tired. She's ready for a change, and she does go there to the bench.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, too, because Gustafson has been very good on the breakaway, and especially, I know they weren't a man up here, or there's no power play, but Gustafson's looked very good on that power play. If they get one later, look for her to score.
Well, as the Kangaroos move it through the neutral zone again, that's Koznowski looking for Simeone, but Randazzo was there. Simeone does get it, but loses the puck. Behind the net it goes to Gillies. Gillies moved it back to McIntyre. McIntyre dumps it behind the net for Simeone. Simeone returns the puck. In the face-off dot on the near side is McIntyre. She's met by Conboy. And Randazzo will take that one. Behind her own net, she is met by Parigi. A scrum behind the net on the far boards for it. Gilio is there, Randazzo in there with Parigi. Many players trying to dig it out, and Bailey Thomas will win it out. Bailey Thomas moving it ahead. She loses a stick. That one's moved ahead by Conboy. More collisions there for both teams as the captain, Kate Randazzo, moves it ahead. Nat Gilio moving it in. She can't get a stick on that one. It's going to be Bedborough with it now for the Kangaroos. And it's dumped all the way down to the other end. Both teams kind of look tired there on the icing.
Yeah, I think they need to make quicker or more changes so far. Both teams look gassed already in the first period. Maybe just a slow week for both sides, but at the same time, you got to come out with some energy. It's the first period. Oswego likes to score early and often, especially this year, and we haven't seen anything clicking on offense this far.
Well, Brooke Suzak with the .896 save percentage on the year in net for the Lakers. It looks like they want to get a lot more traffic in front of her. They haven't been able to do that, really. A lot of pucks have not gotten to the net as Parigi moves it ahead with Molly Evans contesting. Parigi goes down hard into the boards, and that's going to be a penalty on, I believe, Molly Evans taking down Parigi, and Parigi's still down. Alexa Parigi took a hard slide into the boards there. This one's going to be the first power play of the game for either side, and it's going to go in favor of the SUNY Canton Kangaroos.
Well, the Kangaroos so far in the season on the power play are 0 for 17. Have you ever heard of such a thing, Nick?
Yeah, it's not a good season for them. Well, on the face-off here with the advantage as Molly Evans is in the box for the Lakers. Amber Thomas is out there. Smith with it now for the Kangaroos. Smith with a clean shot. It's tipped up and over top of the net. Nothing doing there. Behind the net is Best and Bedborough. Best with it. Best moves it to the blue line. Best looking for a give and go opportunity there. Looks like with McIntyre, but a great stick work there from Amber Thomas on the turnover. Maybe a shorthanded chance for Amber Thomas. She turns. Pass across to Stewart was no good. Stewart couldn't get a stick on it. There was the net there. What an opportunity shorthanded.
That was the first real opportunity the Lakers have had, and we are 13 minutes into the first period.
Well, Taggart into the near boards with Byrne as they announce the penalty here as 1:11 to go, 6:46 to go in the first period. This one's dug out for the Kangaroos. Travato tries to get down and stop it. Bodies everywhere. And SUNY Canton gets out with it. It's going to be Gillies moving it back to Bedborough. Taggart comes in to contest it. And it's back. It looks like Gustafson's going to get a clear on this one, and she does. Emily Gustafson, great power play or penalty kill work, rather, as she clears it there.
Yeah, the Lakers are 27 for 32 on the penalty kill. They're going to look to kill it here as they still have 40 seconds or so left.
Verity Lewis there with it with 37 to go on the power play for the Kangaroos. Lewis stops, moves back out towards the blue line, passes ahead to Parigi. Parigi goes down, no call. Parigi goes out to the boards for and checks Giglio. I believe that was Lewis with the check. Randazzo moving it back to Giglio. The Lakers kind of just moving it along the boards, trying to kill off this penalty here with 14 seconds to go on that. Randazzo fighting along the near boards in the corner. Plenty of Kangaroos in the corner there fighting with Randazzo for the puck. She has some assistance from Bailey Thomas. Moved out to Lewis. Lewis looking for Koznoski, and she cannot get to it as the Lakers return to full strength. Morgan Shines is fresh off the bench and ready to go for the Lakers. 5:27 to go in the first, still 0-0 here. Shots 3-1 in favor of Canton after the power play for them, but we are back to even strength for both sides. Hine with it. Moved ahead for Bedborough. She turns it over to Webster. Avery Webster just dumps it in off the arm of Lewis, and that one's not going to be an icing, but it's turned over to the Lakers as McCown is hit from behind and goes down. Bedborough moves it to Lewis. Lewis scanning the ice to find a teammate, looks for Bedborough, just out of her reach as Avery Webster with it with a good defense there. Turned over. That's going to be Gillies just dumping it in. Travato coming out of her net to play it. Webster moves it ahead to McCown, takes a weird bounce off her stick. That did not go where she wanted it to go as it just died in center ice. Webster with it now, moving it across to Taggart. Grugan tries to save it before Cullen gets there. DeRocher and Cullen on the attack there. Webster over the glass, and this one's going to go down for an icing, and it does.
Well, if we take a look back at the penalty from Molly Evans, this is just her first game back this season. She played last season in 26 games. She had just an assist and her only career point for Oswego. But first game back, how fitting a penalty in the first period.
Well, not the way she would want to start her time back for the Lakers. Maybe just a little bit behind the play, not being used to the speed of the game just yet. But we'll see if she can improve upon that as troubles passing the puck are happening at center ice for both teams. No one can really seem to get a grip as Grugan has it now. Can't get a real shot off, and Suzak will take control of that one with the glove as Shines goes down in front of her.
Yeah, Grugan took the shot there. It was Teachout that actually gave her the opportunity, but Grugan almost looked like she was getting held when she took that shot. Couldn't get it to go.
Well, interesting, we talked about both these teams kind of look gassed out there. The Kangaroos really haven't gone to that third line or the fourth line. So we'll see maybe if they dig in deep and a shot on net. Suzak makes the save. Teachout just fired one off the faceoff. It's going to be Gillies with it, moving it ahead. Randazzo can't get to it, and Koznoski is going to race Byrne to the near corner, and Byrne will win the race though. Gives it to Stewart. Stewart moves it ahead to Amber Thomas. Thomas moves it across. No one is there for her. And it's turned back over to McIntyre for SUNY Canton. Knocked down by the Lakers. Aaron Stewart catches her own pass, moving it ahead with two players with her. Stewart moving it across to Thomas behind the net, but it's turned over. Best has it now, in between the feet of Gillies. Koznoski gets around Molly Evans. Koznoski with it, 4 defenders on her. She shoots, and a save by Travato. Gillies with it now on the rebound. but moved back to the near boards is Gustafson. Gustafson with it. Gets it ahead to Teachout. Teachout may have an opportunity here. She's got a teammate, but great defense there. Shuts it down. Gustafson has it. Gustafson hesitates, shoots. No space to shoot there for Gustafson. A save by Suzak, and a penalty will be called. This looks like another Laker penalty. One SUNY Canton player was without a stick. Looks like Teachout is going to go to the box here. Another penalty for the Lakers.
Well, that's my player to watch. And you said one thing for this Lakers team is don't go to the box. And they've gone to the box twice already in the first period. Canton has not committed a penalty. But if we took a look back at the opportunity Emily Gustafson just had, she held it for so long. She had plenty of options. She had actually 3 options. She could have put it back behind the goal and off the board, or she could have hit the 2 in front of the goal. That might have had a better look than she did.
Well, here's another opportunity for the Lakers. Tegart on the break. Tegart shoots, and a save by Suzak on the break. Great stuff from Brooke Suzak there with the pad save. Tegart goes back to the boards and fights with Best. And behind the play, Tegart kind of pushing and shoving there after a lost stick. But, well, that goes on. SUNY Canton is with it. Bedborough to McIntyre. It goes back. Teachout's going to have another opportunity, or Tegart, rather, going to have an opportunity by herself, and another save by Suzak. Tegart with 2 one-on-one opportunities with the net, and now on the other end, here comes SUNY Canton, but it's offsides. 2 great opportunities for Tegart. Philomena Tegart just could not get the open net there. Brooke Suzak shut her down both times.
Well, all 5 of Oswego's shots in the first period, most of them have come on the shorthanded end on the penalty kill, and 3 of their best looks came on the penalty kill as well. Maybe they play better shorthanded. Who knows, Nick?
Well, definitely spacing out the ice is what it does. Tegart was behind the play there after she lost her stick and took advantage of that opportunity. No goal for her, though, as Randazzo tries to clear it ahead. Another opportunity for the Lakers as Stewart is with it. She goes down to a knee as Lewis has it for the Kangaroos. In the near boards is the Kangaroos. That's Gillies. Gillies moving it backwards to a teammate. That's Lewis. Lewis with it now through center ice. Off the boards to herself. Great play there. Lewis moving it out to Bedborough. Hine with it. Hine shoots it in, and Bailey Thomas is going to clear this one out, but it saved by Lewis just outside of the zone. Gillies moving it in, or rather turned away by Stewart, and it's Stewart defending. Moving in is the Kangaroos here. That's number 21, Verity Lewis. Hine with it now. Alyssa Hine moves it into the zone as 1 minute is remaining in the first period. Now 58 seconds as there was some pushing and shoving and a stoppage of play.
Well, 7 seconds left here on the penalty kill for the Lakers. They've done a great job once again. Although there is 7 seconds, doesn't look like Canton's going to be able to get some type of opportunity here.
Well, 7 seconds on the power play, as you said. But the defensive pair of Hine and Lewis really controlled the puck a lot the last time there, as DeRocher with it now. Time clicking off in the first period here. Leatham with it as the Lakers return to full strength. Nothing doing on the power play for SUNY Canton. They're 0 for 2 in this game. The Lakers 2 for 2 on the penalty kill in this one as 38 seconds to go. SUNY Canton is with it. McLear tries to get the turnover there, but it's beyond her stick. DeRocher with it. Byrne is ahead to defend. DeRocher shot blocked by Byrne, and Byrne turns it away. Giglio just going to try and clear this one ahead to McAleer, and the puck rolls into the SUNY Canton zone. Morissette can't get her body on the puck as it will be moved ahead. Moved ahead by the Kangaroos into the Lakers zone. It's going to be Cullen. Cullen takes a shot from Webster and goes down into the boards. 4 seconds to go. Move behind the net, and it's just going to end the period here for neither team could get anything on the board there. 0-0, 5 shots to 3 in favor of the Lakers on some very interesting opportunities, Mike.
Yeah, it's interesting because their best opportunities came shorthanded on the penalty kill. They did a great job of killing those penalties, but the one thing that they have to do, especially moving forward, is stay out of that box. You can't give Canton any opportunities. Although Canton has not converted on their 19 power plays this season, you still can't give them any opportunities because they are a dangerous team.
Well, if you're both coaches in the locker room here at the end of the first period, it's been pretty sloppy passing-wise. Neither team could really get a handle on it. A lot of just broken opportunities. But we'll see what happens in the second. But first, when we come back from the break, Zach and Jaden will break down the first period for you. So come right back on WTOP 10.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Hockey Night in Oswego. We just ended the first period of play. Oswego and Canton tied 0-0. Zachary Haynes alongside Jaden Reynolds as we're going to get ready to jump into this first period of play. Jaden, what did you see out there initially?
I saw a pretty calm period. You know, not really. They didn't make any goals. It was just very minimal shot selections made. And pretty impressive saves by both Suzak and Travato, but then again, nothing to really like.
And that's one of the big names for the night. Travato for the Lakers has had an impressive night. Usually it's Rachel Farmer starting, but tonight they decided to go with Travato, and she's been performing just as well.
Exactly. She already had 3 saves so far, and she's been proving to be pretty good in the goalie post, making sure that no one is like getting that puck in anytime soon. As you see right there, she's like ready for that. It's like, no, don't come in here. I got this. I'm going to make sure that you guys still have 0 at the end of this first period.
And Canton had a few saves of their own, but so far it's been a little lackluster period going on between both of the teams.
Right. It's only been, 5 shots from Canton, 3 shots from Oswego. My bad, other way around. 5 shots from Oswego, 3 shots from Canton. And really, there hasn't been anything like too impressive so far. I mean, of course, Oswego's had 2 penalties, which is still not good going to the first period. You want to make sure you don't penalize so much that you have power plays back-to-back for Canton.
And that's a big thing, too, making sure that they're not giving Canton the power play going into that, especially early on in the first for some stuff that might be seeming very minor.
Right. Molly Evans doing a body checking on number 55 for Canton. Totally uncalled for. Caught me off guard as well. I was like, wow, I can't believe she really just did that. And that's something you really want to avoid because you don't want to do just simple stuff that early in the game, especially body checking.
Well, the score is still 0-0, but there's been some other impressive stats going on in the first period as well, as we see only 5 shots on goal for Oswego, 3 for Canton. The power play 0-2 for Canton, but the face-offs is currently a 1-point lead for the Lakers going on right now. And that's definitely a huge thing for them, especially getting a chance to set up those shots and getting able to chance to score.
Right, Lakers are always good when it comes to face-offs, especially when you have people like Amber Thomas always out there, Megan Teach out. They're always really predominant by getting the puck when it's time for that face-off, and it really shows in every game they have been doing so far, and it should show up more during the second period as well.
And that's definitely a big thing is the face-off, but the shot selections have not been as well either. We only saw a handful of them this period, but they weren't even the most impressive shots.
Right. With Canton, there's one thing I got to criticize with Canton is that when they take shots, they always have a Laker in front of them, and they still shoot the puck anyway, and it doesn't go anywhere. That needs improvement. You don't want to be taking the same shots over and over, and it just keeps getting blocked. The goalie really hasn't had to do that much so far, and it's just not really great. Same thing with Oswego. But Canton has been doing good with disrupting the transition, and that's one thing I can compliment them on.
And that's definitely the story of the first period so far. Coming up after the break, we got more of the breakdown going on up here on the perch. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego. Welcome back to the first intermission report from WTOP 10. We got your hockey covered here. Zachary Haynes, Jaden Reynolds right here. Let's get going into our next discussion. We talked about the offense in that first part of it. Now let's go into the defensive part of it. What did you see out there?
Well, before we went to break, disrupting the transition into the neutral zone. Canton has done a really great job at doing that. I noticed that they've, every time Oswego had possession and they got towards that goal, Canton was like, no. Boom, blocked the shots out the way, and messed up their whole game plan with the offense-wise for them.
That's definitely a big thing for the Lakers, being able to set up in transition, getting those plays started early, but Canton seems to be all over that. They must have watched a lot of footage of what to expect from the Lakers, and that's definitely huge for them right now.
Definitely. They've been really doing that a lot. And the Lakers has been doing great on their defense as well when Canton has had the puck. They've been able to block the shots when Travado is not blocking them because, of course, you want to keep the pressure off the goalie, like I said. But the players have been doing a pretty good job of doing it themselves.
Well, Canton has been doing a good job in transition against the Lakers, but the Lakers have been able to counter that productivity with their defense. A lot of fantastic plays being made by the Lakers defense, including being able to block some of the shots that Canton was able to get off.
Right, and one quick problem as well is that Canton can't seem to really hold on to the puck as well. So it makes it easier for the Lakers defense in that regard as well.
So if you're the Lakers right now, you're playing good defense, how do you get that offense going into the second period?
To get that offense going, you really have to you have to understand what Canton's going to do next. I feel like Lakers have underestimated Canton a bit in terms of defense because, of course, the puck has been on their side more often than they expected. And they really have to shift their offense and defense a little more to get the puck back in their possession and pass it around a little bit more, get it back to Canton's side because they haven't been doing that in the first period.
All right, well, if you feel you underestimated Canton, how do you fix that problem if you're the Lakers?
How you fix, repeat that again?
If you're underestimating Canton, how do you fix that problem?
How do you fix that problem? You got to take more initiative on the offense and get the puck out of your own zone. Make sure it stays in the middle, pass it to other people. Make sure that you're in the right position at the right time so you can actually capitalize off that.
And that's all we got for the intermission report. Don't go anywhere. We're going to resume more Laker hockey here in WTOP 10. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego.
And welcome back to WTOP 10 here inside the Steve Levy press box. I'm Nick Ketter alongside Mike Gross, and we're about ready to start second period of action here in a battle between the Oswego State Lakers and the SUNY Canton Kangaroos. It's 0-0, Mike. Really interesting first period, as the guy said on the perch. What did you see in that first period?
Well, both teams looked a little stagnant early on, but Oswego started to get it going, and they were strong on the penalty kill in the first period. They had 2 of them, but they have to stay out of the box if they want to have the advantage in this game.
Well, going to be the first lines for both teams starting out here as the Lakers look for an opportunity. It's Amber Thomas with it with Aaron Stewart. Stewart shot, and it's blocked. Lewis goes back to contest her on the far boards. Moved ahead by Gillies. Gillies looks for a pass across center ice, but it's turned away by Teachout. Back to Stewart. Stewart in with Amber Thomas. She tries to tip it over to her, but it's turned away by Kosnowski. Kosnowski and Hine move it ahead for the Kangaroos. Best with it. She's hit by Grugan, and Hine will recover it behind the blue line and into center ice is Best. Lou loses the pass, and Tegart will have it now as she moves it ahead to Shines. Off the skate of Shines, and almost an opportunity for the Kangaroos. Randazzo moves it ahead. Shines ahead. Grugan tips it ahead, but it's turned away by the Kangaroos. Back to Parigi. Parigi shoots, and a save by Travado. Tries to get the rebound, but it's turned away by Grugan. Behind their own net are the Lakers. McCown gets the bounce off the board. Shines loses it, but McCown recovers it. It's dumped into the Kangaroo zone behind Suzak. And Shines with it with a takeaway right in front of the net. It goes out to Tegart. Shines with it now. Gustafson looks for the tip in front. It doesn't get to the goalie. Neufeld Kreider looks across for Gustafson, but is turned over by Simeone. Simeone throws it in. Travado comes out to play it and does. Travado leaves it for Tegart. Tegart moves it to Gustafson. Gustafson turned over by Conboy, and a kick ahead to Byrne. Byrne moves it to Gustafson. Emily Gustafson moving it across the blue line, dumping it in and chasing it. Gustafson slides in and gets the puck. Almost an opportunity for her, but she can't control it as it's turned back around by Canton. Here's the rush from Canton. It's going to be Suzuki dumping it ahead. Travado looks at that one as Webster recovers it. Evans with it now. Moves it out of the Lakers zone. McAleer can't get to that one in time, and it's going to be an icing. A lot quicker of a start for both teams. Oh, no icing there, as McAleer will get to it first. Giglio now recovers it at center ice. Quick play, as I was saying there, caught me off guard as well. McAleer with it. She moves it ahead to herself. Lewis gets to it first for Canton, and that's going to go back the other way as it's behind Suzak. Lewis with it, moves it across. No teammate there for him. McAleer and Best joust along the near boards. Giglio with it. Giglio goes down. Best going to recover it off the boards. Morissette comes in to try and help, and it's going to be a whistle and a stoppage. Looks like another penalty for a hooking. This one's going to go on the Lakers, I believe. Oh, it's going to go on SUNY Canton, rather. It's going to be Ashley Gillies going to the box for the first power play opportunity for the Lakers. They've been good on the kill. Can they be good on the power play?
Well, the Lakers are 6 for 30 on the power play. That's 2 every 10. It's 200%, or that's 20% there conversion.
Amber Thomas wins the faceoff here to start things off for the Lakers on the power play, their first attempt of the game. 6:54 to go here in the second period as things are getting started. Randazzo with it. Randazzo at the blue line, looks for Tegart. Tegart takes a slapper from the blue line, it's blocked, does not get to Suzak. Randazzo moves it in to Amber Thomas, back to Tegart. Tegart looks for Teachout. Teachout shot high and a save up in the shoulder pad of Brooke Suzak. She's been great. 4 saves for Canton.
Well, Philomena Tegart, she had the puck, she had an opportunity, but elected to lay it off to Teachout on that left side, right inside the faceoff circle. She had a good look, but she should have put it more to the right as Suzak was covering that entire left side of the net.
Well, correcting myself, Suzak has 6 saves on 6 shots from the Lakers, and there's another one knocked down by Stewart in front. As it goes back, and Randazzo can't bat that one out of the air. It's going to start things over again as Travato has it for the Lakers. Just 1:19 to go on the power play as the Lakers move it ahead, looking for Stewart. Amber Thomas goes in behind Suzak, moves it across to Teachout. Teachout out to Randazzo. Randazzo to Tegart. Tegart looks, Teachout is in the face-off dot, moves it back to Randazzo. Randazzo shoots in front, and Thomas is with it now as it's knocked away by Suzak. Amber Thomas with it, shot through the legs of Suzak as the stick goes flying, but it does not go. Randazzo with it now. And Thomas shoots, and a glove save by Suzak. Wow, it's chaos in there for the Lakers on the power play.
Well, Randazzo had a great opportunity from the right side. She was very good on the power play last week against Cortland. A lot of opportunities, but the Lakers just haven't really found that key yet, haven't found the opener. Hopefully they can open the door and start to get the scoring.
Well, the freshman line out there of McCown, Grugan, and Shines, and a shot from Webster, but it does not get to Suzak as McCown is with it. Back to Webster at the blue line. Webster, and a shot by Bailey Thomas, but it doesn't get to Suzak. That one goes back to Bailey Thomas at the blue line. Lots of blocks in front of the net thus far as Shines is with it. Shines moves it to Grugan. Grugan ahead to Thomas at the blue line again. Webster to McCown. McCown shot in front, and Suzak gets a pad on that one and turns it away. Bailey Thomas with it. 7 seconds to go on the power play. Shines mishandles it along the far boards, but McCown is there. Grugan has it now, right in front of the net. Shot, score! Morgan Shine right at the end of the power play puts the Lakers up 1. And Morgan Shines, the freshman, puts her name on the board here on the power play, just picking up the loose puck in front of the net there. Brooke Suzak really couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, and you saw Kylie Grugan. She came around around the net on the left side, tried to get a shot. It went off the pad, as you see here. It went off the pad, and on the other end, Morgan Shines, just her 3rd collegiate goal in her 7th game. She's got 5 points this year, and the Lakers now open up the scoring.
Well, the Lakers, 8 shots, 1 goal on 8 shots for the Lakers. Oh, they look good on the power play, as you said, 6 for 30. But that's definitely how they want to start out the power play. That was their first opportunity in this game with 14:53 to go in the second period. As the Lakers start things off again, it's Randazzo trying to receive the pass. Emily Gustafson moves that one ahead. Lewis turns it over in favor of the Kangaroos, and Gillies is with it. Gillies with an opportunity here. 2 defenders ahead. A shot saved by Travato. Through the crease it goes, but nothing doing. Verity Lewis with it now. Moves it behind the net. Hine at the blue line. Moves it ahead. Kosnowski with a shot, and it's deflected away from the net. Neufeld-Kreider with it now. Tries to find Gustafson. Gustafson tips it ahead to Conboy. Conboy leaves it in the Kangaroo zone as Hine gets it before Gustafson can get there. Giglio is in. Giglio with a turnover in front. Gustafson shot and a save. Shuts down the opportunity that Gustafson had. She was trying to go 5-hole there, but Suzak closed the door.
Well, you see Gustafson coming over to the bench. She's smiling. She knows she missed an opportunity there. She could have went 5-hole, and she just took a little too long to react. Giglio put her in a good position.
Well, as I had said earlier in the game, I think you alluded to it as well, the Lakers now causing a lot of havoc in front of Suzak, and that's creating opportunities. There's another shot that goes to the crease and a save by Suzak as it's turned back away. Morissette turns it over. Giglio shoots it at the net from the blue line as McAleer to the near board. Smith with it now to Simeone. Simeone tries to control it behind her own net and does. McAleer is there to defend. Moved ahead by Bedborough. Bedborough looking for a teammate, but Tegart receives it. Tegart gets it knocked away by Simeone. It goes to Teachout. Simeone takes down Teachout, and Tegart is with it and a shot as the referee with a hand in the air as a delayed penalty there. We all saw it. Teachout got taken down by Natasha Simeone pretty much outright. It's an obvious one, Mike.
Oh, very obvious. I mean, Teachout on the right side, near the right side face-off circle. She was brought down almost like a WWE move there, but the puck ended up in the middle of the ice and almost in the back of the net.
Well, bulldozing her over for sure with Simeone, but Simeone will be in the box for 2 minutes. The Lakers just minutes ago were successful on a power play opportunity. Let's see if they can do it again as the faceoff is lost by the Lakers, but it goes back to Tegart. Tegart moves it across to Randazzo. Bedborough out there defending. Randazzo. Tegart at the blue line, moves it for Teachout. A turnover here and a chance. It's going to be Lewis, Verity Lewis. Tegart knocks it away. Lewis recovers on the boards, and 3 Laker defenders turn that puck away. It still stays with Lewis, and Thomas and Lewis will fight for it. Lewis all over the Lakers here, all by herself in the Laker zone. Tegart with it now. Tegart moving it ahead. Stewart is ahead of the play. Aaron Stewart loses the puck and it goes behind the net. Almost an opportunity on the power play here for the Lakers. 1:16 to go on the power play as they fight for the puck. Amber Thomas stops it along the far boards. It's Bailey Thomas with it now. Moves it to Teachout. Teachout in the faceoff dot shot and turned away by Suzak. Teachout cannot get a stick on it. Webster does to keep it in the zone. Teachout looking for a pass, but Parigi turns it away, and it's going to be cleared back down by the Kangaroos. Travato with it now. And turned over, but the Lakers recover. Bailey Thomas moves it ahead, trying to find Grugan, but it goes to a defender. That's Smith. Smith moves it ahead to Cullen. Cullen pushed up against the boards by McCown, and the Grugan will have an opportunity here. Pass across. Oh, no pass across there. Grugan just elects to take the shot. She had Webster though. Grugan moves it to the far boards to Shines. This was the scoring line on the power play last time. Thomas to Shines. Shines looks for McCown, but does not go. Webster recovers it at the blue line. Shines across to McCown. McCown shot and turned away by Suzak. Shines and Grugan fight in the corner for the puck. Take down the SUNY Canton player on the other end, and that one's mishandled as 3, 2, and 1 seconds conclude this power play opportunity. The Lakers close, but nothing doing there.
Difficult penalty kill there for Canton. I didn't think they'd do it. I thought the puck was going to end up in the back of the net a few times, but Oswego has looked better on the special teams, and let's hope they can keep it going.
Parigi with it now with a shot there. As you were saying, yeah, the Lakers did look pretty good on that power play. A lot of havoc in front of the net, but then again, another penalty kill for the SUNY Canton Kangaroos as they fight for it along the far boards here in the Lakers zone. Webster will come up with it as players go flying. Tegart ahead, and that one's too strong for Conboy. Gonna go to Suzak, who elects to not touch it and let it go for the icing.
Smart play there by Suzak. Almost taken by Conboy. She would have had a 1-on-2 opportunity, including Suzak, but the Lakers have been so good on 1-on-1s that who knows, she could have put it in the back of the net.
Well, only 1 goal on the board. Brooke Suzak has been very good in net out of Bowmanville, Ontario. The junior has stopped 13 of the 14 shots that the Lakers have thrown at her. A lot of those 1-on-1 opportunities and power plays. The Kangaroos throw that in as Travato has it now. Leaves it for Webster. Webster with Gillies attacking, moves it up the boards. A shot there does not get all of it. It goes to Tegart. Tegart to Emily Gustafson, who can't reach it. Tegart moves it back ahead. Lewis with it for Canton. Across to Hine. Hine ahead. Webster is going to control that one now. As the D pair for SUNY Canton changes, Webster moves it ahead. Webster goes down. Gillies, hands up in the air, does not want the penalty. Best with it now. Nothing called there as Giglio tries to control the puck but cannot. Morissette recovers it. Byrne ahead looking for McAleer, but it takes a funny bounce off the boards and it's going to go into the Canton zone, and Leatham is going to have it for the Kangaroos. Morissette with it in the far corner. Morissette fighting. Giglio is there as well. Players go down and the puck comes out in favor of the Kangaroos. Giglio blocking the puck from going through. Goes out to center ice, and that's Madison Byrne. Byrne to Randazzo. Randazzo gets it around Koznoski. McAleer has it now. McAleer shoots, and a save by Suzak again, excuse me.
Well, McAleer had an opportunity. She tried to go 5-hole there. I think that was the best option because Suzak pretty much had the net covered.
Well, the wrister there from McAleer doesn't go, and Suzak continues to have a good game here. Only one goal allowed by her. Only 5 shots for Travado that she's faced. She's blocked all of them in her full regular season debut, as we talked about earlier. SUNY Canton pushes it ahead. Webster tries to recover that one, and she does, but in her own zone. Teachout tries to get a skate on that one, but does not. Duquette fights with it, fights with DeRocher. Teachout moving it ahead quickly. Teachout driving into the zone. Amber Thomas with it and a backhand. It goes wide of the net. Teachout with it. Teachout along the near boards. Across to Molly Evans. Evans shoots it in, looking for a deflection from Stort. Does not get to the net. Amber Thomas out to Evans. Evans takes another shot and it goes wide with the assistance from Suzak. Teachout looks for Evans again as they kept cycling it through, but it was turned over. Canton with it now. Moving it ahead as the Lakers change. An opportunity here possibly for Canton. Across and behind Travado it goes. And it's Cullen. Cullen along the boards with McCown. Players go down yet again. Simeone sneaks through with the puck on a nice play. Simeone setting things up again for her team. Simeone leaves it for Lewis. Lewis with 2 defenders on her elects to pass. She does. Looking for the one-timer with Simeone, but she didn't get all of it. Bedborough in there. Can't recover the puck. Tegart has it now. Tegart flips it up to McCown, bounces over McCown's stick, and Lewis has it again. She's been fantastic defensively for SUNY Canton here. She takes a shot over the head of Travado, and it misses the net. McCown with it. Turned over again. Fought for along the boards. It's Bedborough. She shoots with no net, and it's turned away by Travado. Lewis has it. Heading towards the blue line now. Moves it across for Hine. Parigi in there. Hine shot off the mask of Travado, and she makes the save. Tegart moving it now for the Lakers. Can't get it past Hine, and it's stolen away by Parigi. Into their own zone again is Canton moving it ahead. Simeone looking for the puck. Madison Byrne turns it over, and the Lakers are on their way. Grugan into the zone with Ferguson. Grugan turns back to Giglio. Giglio moves through with a nice move, but can't control the puck. Canton moving it back the other way. That's Parigi just dumping it in. This is going to be an icing call, and it's going to go back to the other end. Great stuff on both sides. Great defense from Verity Lewis there on the Canton end, but the Lakers also had some opportunities there as well.
Yeah, Lewis has looked really good. Verity Lewis, the freshman defender out of Sandhurst, England. She's coming across the pond here. She's done very well. She's very quick. Almost reminds me of Carson Vance from the men's Lakers team. She's very quick and knows how to find those spaces.
She certainly has that speed as Bailey Thomas is there with it. Takes a shot and a lot of chaos in front of the net, but it's turned over to Leatham. Leatham ahead, and it's Simeone throwing it to Travado. A shot on net there from center ice from Simeone. Randazzo to Gustafson. Gustafson can't get it. It's moved back in by Canton. Turned over to Gillies. Gillies and Best in, but too many Lakers there for them as they fight along the boards with it. Randazzo has it now, spins along the boards and looks for a teammate. Randazzo ahead to Neufeld-Kreider. Going to be a one-on-one opportunity for her, and off the skate of Smith. Emily Gustafson is in with her now, though. Mia Conboy goes to get the puck, but Best gets there first as it's turned away. Webster turns it back the other way for the Lakers. Lots of turnovers going on in the SUNY Canton zone. Gilio coming off the bench as 2 players go down along the far boards. Smith with it, throws it off the glass. Evans has it now, keeps it in for the Lakers, and Gustafson's going to go in and fight Gillies for it, and she moves it to Gilio. Gustafson and Gilio fighting for it along the boards. That's going to be Webster keeping this one alive for the Lakers. Offensive attack here. Tries to throw it ahead. It's almost on top of the net there. And the Lakers will keep it here on a really long offensive period here for them. Ferguson in deep. And Gustafson was there, but Letha just didn't let her get the stick on it. Gustafson moves it along the board. Gilio fighting for it with Smith and Gillies. 2 Lakers and 2 Kangaroos there behind the net as Letham will have it. Letham moving it out, just trying to dump it out, but Webster is there yet again to turn it over, and a stoppage of play at center ice. A very long period of time the Lakers were in the offensive zone.
Yeah, Gustafson had an opportunity on that right side of the net, but Megan Best was at her best on defense there and made sure to parry that puck out of the way. But Canton has looked a little bit better on the defensive side, but Oswego's just been pestering in their zone.
Well, back in the Lakers zone, Tia Travado seeing her teammates for the first time in a few minutes. 5:14 to go here in the second after that long opportunity for the Lakers. Canton trying to do the same thing, but it's turned over to Byrne for the Lakers. Byrne moves it ahead looking for Stort. The pass is behind her. Aaron Stort moves it ahead though. McIntyre with it now for Canton. McIntyre met by Teach Out behind the net. It's Thomas now. Teach Out fights with it with McIntyre. Simeone to the boards. Stort will meet her there. It's going to be Duquette and Stort looking for the puck. Stort's going to get there. Simeone with a high hit, and that is definitely going to be called. Maybe an elbowing there. Not sure. It looked like a hard hit. It definitely an elbowing there as the official calls it. It's going to be another power play opportunity. Natasha Simeone will find herself in the box for the second time in this game. And that's not what Canton wants here. 16 shots for the Lakers, only 7 for Canton. Giving them a power play opportunity, maybe not the best thing.
No, and it came from the second line, too, of Canton. They've looked very good with Parisi, Bedborough, and Simeone fronting those forwards on that second line.
Well, head coach Diane Dillon putting the freshman line out there. They were successful on the first power play of the game. The Lakers 1 for 2. They want to be 2 for 3 here. Coming up as Bailey Thomas moves it to Morgan Shines. Shines back to Webster. McCown moves it across in front, and Shines can't get to it, but Bailey Thomas does. Thomas moves it behind Suzak in net. McCown with it. She fights through and gets to the puck. Now fighting on the board against Cullen. McCown with it. Cullen goes down. McCown Shines now to Webster at the blue line. Shines with it now after the pass from Webster. Shines looking for someone crossing, but no one is there. Webster at the blue line again. Playing catch with Shines. Shines loses control of it. Goes into the corner. Grugan with it behind the net. Leaves it out for McCown, and that one is recovered by Bailey Thomas for the Lakers. 1:06 to go on the power play already. The Lakers have no shots on this power play attempt. Webster shoots, but it misses the net and goes wide. Shines with it, now fighting in front. Many players are there. Teach Out recovers and shoots, and she's hit in the head with as a player lost the stick. Teach Out again with a shot, but it's deflected by Hine, who lost her stick just a minute ago there. Bailey Thomas with it at the blue line. Webster has it now. Teach Out on the one knee and a shot. Grugan tries to recover. Shot, score! The Lakers, Kylie Grugan scores, puts the Lakers up 2-0. Another power play goal for the Lakers. The freshman line comes up big again. That's the second goal in this game for them and the second power play goal for them. The Lakers getting it done on the power play, Mike.
Well, you almost thought Teach Out was going to score a couple of times there. She tried to find the top left corner twice. Great saves there from Susak, but it just fell there for Grugan. That's her second point this evening. She had an assist on the first goal, and now the goal for the second for the Lakers.
Well, another successful opportunity on the power play for the Lakers from that second line. And the Lakers looking to start things off again. Here is Taggart, who's touched the puck a lot in this one. Takes a shot and a glove save by Suzak. Suzak's got to be getting a little frustrated with these penalties here. The Canton's getting kind of a little bit undisciplined, throwing that elbow there from Simeone. She's had 2 penalties in this one, and 2 out of the 3 power plays have been costly. Now Amber Thomas on the face-off here for the Lakers. Stewart goes down in the face-off dot, and that's going to be a penalty. Another one. As soon as we got done talking about it, the Canton Kangaroos will go to the box again. And a little explanation here. It's going to be Simeone for a 3rd time in this game.
This time it's interference from Simeone, and she almost went to the wrong box, even though she's been very comfortable in the left side penalty box there.
Well, Natasha Simeone got to be getting frustrated, the freshman out of London, Ontario. 3 penalties on the day. 2 of those have been costly for her team. So the Lakers back on the power play again. It's Amber Thomas with it off the pass from Randazzo. Randazzo to Tegart. Back to Amber Thomas. Back to Randazzo. Tegart with it. Tegart takes a blast from the blue line, and it does not get to the net. Amber Thomas moves it out to Randazzo. 1:40 to go on the power play. 2:44 to go in the period. Moved out to Randazzo. Randazzo at the blue line, spins and passes to Thomas. Tegart shoots it, and a glove save by Suzak. She's been good on the glove side, making plenty of glove saves. She's faced 20 shots in this one. 18 of them have been saves, a lot of those with the glove.
Very good on the glove side, as you mentioned, but pucks low, not in the air. The ones that are on the ice, she's done not a very good job of turning away. She has to do better to put them in the corner.
And she certainly has disliked the power play as the Lakers try to get another power play goal in this one. That's the only way they've scored in this game, 2 power play goals, as it's over to Teachout. Teachout back to Randazzo. Randazzo tries to shoot, but it's turned away by Cullen. Cullen all over Randazzo, trying to get the puck along the far boards in the neutral zone. Randazzo goes down. Cullen gets up, Randazzo goes down, and Tegart has it now. Ahead to Teachout. Teachout back into the zone. Teachout fires, and a shot is saved by Suzak. Stewart moves it along in the corner. She's fought by Lewis. Lewis and Stewart go down. Teachout tries to dig it out and does. Teachout ahead to Tegart. Tegart at the blue line. Tegart misses the puck. Doesn't get all of that one as Teachout will recover it though. 37 seconds to go on the power play. Randazzo moves it ahead with a nice move. Randazzo loses it. Tegart recovers it. Tegart ahead to Teachout. Teachout by herself in the faceoff. Down in a shot, and it's off the glove again. Teachout moves it out to Tegart. Plenty of shots here for the Lakers with 18 seconds to go on this power play. Amber Thomas moves it to Tegart. Tegart passes to Teachout. Teachout shot, and another save by Brooke Suzak. 8 seconds to go on the power play. 1:14 to go in the period.
Suzak has seemed to save everything in the air, but she has not looked good on the ice. I just said this before, but Teachout keeps going to that left side. I'm sure it's going to find the back of the net at some point, either with the minute and 15 seconds left in this period or in the third.
Well, one thing the Lakers haven't done is kind of crash the net here. Bailey Thomas moves it over to McCown off the boards. McCown shoots between the legs of a Canton defender. Canton returns to full strength here, so the Lakers do not convert on that power play opportunity, but they do keep the puck as 1 minute remains, and a shot goes wide as Grugan will recover it. McCown was shooting that puck. Webster flips it up to keep it in the zone. 50 seconds to go in the second period here. Bailey Thomas with a slapper that's blocked by Simeone. Grugan fighting with it in the corner, trying to get the puck. Moved across, Simeone can't corral it. Thomas steps up ahead of the blue line and keeps the puck in for the Lakers. 30 seconds to go in the second period. Morgan Shines with it now. Shines tries to get a shot off, but too many defenders on her. Simeone with it now, trying to kill time, and she goes down. That's a penalty. Neufeld-Kreider going to have a hooking penalty here. 18 seconds to go. Canton trying to get a shot off and keep the puck away from the Lakers to avoid the whistle blowing with the extra attacker here. Fought along with the boards in front of Travato. Travato with a pad save keeps the Lakers ahead 2-0. What a save by Travato there with the advantage.
Well, it looked like Travato's legs were wide open at the very last second. She just got the pads to the floor, or to the ice, and that was crucial there from Travato to make that save, because she was wide open and so much daylight, but a costly penalty, almost a costly penalty by Neufeld-Kreider, and it could be with the 2-minute power play.
Anika Neufeld-Kreider will be in the box here for 4.8 seconds, and then another period in the third period for Canton. They'll start the third period with the advantage, but it's got to be, you got to like that if you're Diane Dillon, head coach for the Lakers. Travato, the freshman, coming in and making that save with Canton having the advantage here late in the period. That could have easily turned this game around late in the second.
Yeah, Travato's only played one game. She's also only let up one goal. She's now turned away 17 shots of 18 that teams have faced against her. So it's pretty good.
Yes, great stuff from the freshman there, as Kate Randazzo was looking for a little bit of an explanation, but as the way I saw it, it's a pretty clear hooking call for Kreider, and the Lakers are going to have to start the third period with a disadvantage, as I said. And Canton hasn't been able to score at all in this game, nor have they been able to score with a power play opportunity. The Lakers really have been dominating in that aspect as the better power play team. And earlier in this game, we thought that they might be better shorthanded because they were able to space the ice out and move the puck a little bit better as the period will expire. As it is, though, the Lakers lead in shots 24-8. They lead the game 2-0 on 2 power play goals from the freshman line, goals from Kylie Grugan and Morgan Shines. Great stuff from the Lakers there.
Grugan and Shines both have a goal and an assist tonight. Megan Teachout, the only other point scorer for the Lakers. That was my player to watch. She's gotten a lot of shots on net, but great saves there from Susak. And Susak's done a great job just with pucks in the air, but not very good when turning away pucks on the ice.
Well, as we said, 2 great power play goals there. The SUNY Canton Kangaroos are going to look to get back into this one. In the third period, they will start with the advantage on a power play that will last 1 minute and 56 seconds on the penalty from Anika Neufeld-Kreider. That was a hooking. But as we said, 2 great goals in this game on the power play. Zach and Jaden will have that for you in the intermission report. So stay tuned on WTOP 10, and we'll come right back.
Welcome back to the second intermission report. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego. Zachary Haynes, Jaden Reynolds up here on the perch giving you a breakdown from the second period. Now, Jaden, what did you see out there?
Oswego is definitely taking advantage of Canton right now. They are up 2-0. They made really great use of the power plays. Morgan Shines, the freshman, making her 3rd goal of the season. Really impressive one that she did, and it's just outstanding on Oswego's part.
And we finally got that offense going with 2 scores in the second period. One coming off a power play, but not this one. This one right here is going to be a wraparound goal for the Lakers. They're going to be able to move that one in and get that first goal to get the offense really going on that one.
Definitely. They were all ready to pass around, and they got into that goal and put the pressure on her right there. And Morgan Shine so far has 10 shots this season, 3 goals, 2 assists. Really impressive so far on her part.
And she is only a freshman, so it has been really impressive stats coming on so far for Shines. But the other goal belongs to Grugan, who's done a fantastic job as well.
Right, Grugan definitely capitalized off the power play again. Once again, kind of the same techniques before. Put the pressure on Zuzak, get all inside the goal, and give them a hard time. Just, get aggressive with that shot, and that's what they did, and that's how it benefited from that one.
Well, besides capitalizing on this power play, this is also Grugan's first collegiate goal, so congratulations to her making her debut against the SUNY Canton Kangaroos. Fantastic goal there to capitalize on the power play.
And fantastic right there. And so far for Kylie Grugan's season, she has 10 shots, her first goal of the college career, and 2 assists. So pretty sure she feels good right now about it.
I bet she feels good right now. And definitely this whole period as a whole for the Lakers was an improvement over the first.
Yes, it seemed like Canton's period just it went downhill, and Oswego just was able to see what was wrong with theirs and just put all the pressure on them from there on that for so far.
Well, the Lakers were able to put the pedal to the floor in the second period. Besides getting the 2 goals, they were impressive in a lot of other areas as well.
Right, Oswego's defense, their scoring, their shot selection. They've been great at all of that, and they have been able to just do great in all of those fields.
That's definitely a big thing. They've been improving in all the areas compared to the first period. In the second period, they really improved, and it definitely showed out on the ice.
And definitely do good in the third period as well. So after the first 2 periods, we have 24 shots from Oswego and 8 shots from Canton. Of course, like I said before, having a quantity of shots definitely matters, because then you have to put more pressure on the goalie. Suzak has to, deflect a lot of those shots.
And we also see there with face-off wins, Oswego's leading a double digit in that category right now. They're also 1-3 on the power play. And like you said, the shots on goals have definitely went up from that first period. And now heading into the third, they have more than a double-digit lead in that shots for goals. So what else are you looking for from this Lakers team?
The Lakers, they're pretty much in a good position, but then again, like we saw from last game, they cannot get too comfortable at this point. They have to still play the same amount of defense and offense they just did in the second period, and ensure that Canton is not going to have a chance to come back, because we know that can turn out bad if they do that again.
But it seems like the Lakers are really clicking on offense here. They're passing the puck around. They're able to get those assists out. You think that's going to continue into that third period?
Yes, it's definitely going to continue. You learn from your past games, you put it into the next game, and that's definitely what they're doing. They just see what's right, and they're going to keep continuing doing that. Do not give up now when you already have the lead. Just keep going. Stay aggressive, stay the way you are, and you'll pretty much produce a good run for your team.
And that's definitely a big thing, taking a quality number of shots versus a quantity number. But you said it's a mix of both, and we definitely saw a mix of both. So in the third period, are you going to go for more quality shots or more quantity to bring down on the goalie?
Most likely more quantity shots. They already have the amount of shots right there, 24. That's a lot, against a team with only 8 shots. So, of course, you're going to see Canton take more shots, most likely, because they have to get on the board somehow. And Oswego is going to have to play a little bit more defense, because Canton's going to come heavy.
And that's all we got for this part, but coming up after the break, we're going to have more analytical breakdown of the Canton Kangaroos. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego. Welcome back from the break. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego. As we get more into the second intermission report, we're really talking about the Lakers, but Canton has been having their own woes as well.
Oh, man. Zach, I can't stress enough. Discipline. Your team needs discipline. And seeing Canton give up 3 power plays, from Natasha Simone, 3 penalties in the same period, that definitely has put them back. That gave Oswego their 2 goals right there. They have to really work on that, because once you give them more penalties, Oswego is able to start getting their formation, and then they get that goal, and then all of a sudden your momentum is lost. They have to fix that going to the third period.
And that's a big thing for Canton going into this third period. They had a lot of penalty woes going on, especially from number 88, Simone. She wasn't able to keep her cool. She ended up giving up 3 penalties, and the Lakers scoring off one of those power plays, and then the other one coming off a few seconds later. So if you're the coach right now for Canton, what are you telling your players?
You got to tell them to calm down a little bit. The body checking, the interference, it's not worth it. You have to, understand how to not take it out on the player, take it out on the puck, and actually try to get that back, rather than just resulting to a foul or a penalty like that, because that's not going to work out. You might need to cool her down a little bit, probably use other players at the moment, just so you don't have to go through that same problematic again.
And that's definitely a big thing, making sure that the players are keeping a level head throughout this. But compared from the first period, we saw a huge increase in physicality as a whole going into the second period. So are you expecting that to carry over into that last period of play?
Honestly, I think it probably will carry over, especially from Canton's side. They're already down 0-2. They're really desperate for a win, so there is a chance that might continue over. Hopefully they don't do that and start playing a little bit better offense, because they really need that, and also get the puck away from Suzak. She has been dealing with that a lot. Of course, Oswego took 19 shots that period. They have to make sure that they keep possession of that puck, or else the Lakers is going to still come out with the win.
And that's definitely a big thing for Canton, is making sure that they are staying disciplined and trying to get back over to the offensive side versus the defensive side. And like we said, they gave up 2 of those goals within seconds of the power play and during the power play. So that's a huge thing for Canton, is making sure that their power play, they're not giving that up to the Lakers.
Right. Power plays are very crucial. And we've seen Oswego get better with power plays over the season. Of course, they were down 5-27 in power play at some point, and they definitely gotten better at doing that, and they very improved on it, and it's showing in this game especially.
Well, a lot of Lakers are playing here in the Marano Campus Center. We do have an update from the men's team playing in Hobart right now. They're playing on the road this weekend, and Hobart is up 2-1 against the Lakers right now. A couple goals from Hobart and one from Broman. Definitely something you see there. 24 shots on goal for Hobart, 20 on the Lakers. No one's converted on the power play, and the face-off battle is narrowly won by the Lakers.
It looks pretty even right now, except the fact that Hobart's up by 1. But, you know, hopefully the Lakers can, you know, work on their woes right there, especially since the last game was kind of rough, you know, with all those penalty minutes. Hopefully they can improve on that.
And that's definitely a big thing for the men's team. But coming up after the break, we're going to resume that final play, period play, and get that final score in the Marano Campus Center. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 TV. We're here in the Steve Levy press box. Michael Gross alongside Nick Ketter. We're just about ready to start the third period. In this one, the Oswego State Lakers find themselves up 2-0 with a big advantage in the shot category. But they will start this period off trying to kill off a penalty. About 1 minute and 56 seconds to go on the penalty to Anika Neufeld-Kreider. The Lakers have been good scoring on the power play, though. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised if we see some offense from the Lakers again. Emily Gustafson was on the puck a lot in the second period, along with Philomena Tegart. They controlled the puck a lot on the other end. Verity Lewis was phenomenal defensively for Canton as Bailey Thomas takes a shot there. Mike, who are you looking for if either team can get any offense in this one?
Well, for starters, it's going to be Megan Teachout. She had 7 shots in the second period explosion from the Lakers. The Lakers altogether had 19 shots in that second period. 2 of them, 2 of them found the back of the net. So we'll see Megan Teachout with a lot more shots, and hopefully maybe Amber Thomas as well.
Well, we'll see if either of us have the magic crystal ball there. But the Kangaroos starting things off here on the power play, about 1 minute 36 to go for them here as Hine has it. Randazzo in with Parigi fighting on the near boards in the corner. Many Kangaroos come in as Bailey Thomas tries to even the odds in the corner. Thomas and Randazzo fight, trying to dig it out. It's moved out. Lewis with it. Pushed back to the blue line as Randazzo's going to come out of the scrum here. The Lakers shorthanded, moving it into the Kangaroo zone. It's going to be stopped by Suzak and gloved by Suzak. She's faced a lot of shots in this one, and maybe I would think on this power play, she's got to be a little bit frustrated with her team not being able to get a lot of shots off. She's certainly faced a lot, as I said, 26 shots she's faced.
Well, that's 2 shots right out of the gate, 50 seconds into the third period, and I think we're going to see a lot more than just that.
Well, the Lakers have been good, both shorthanded and with the advantage, looking very good on the passing-wise in those circumstances as the Kangaroos start things off in their own zone. Simeone moving through. Another offensive threat for the Kangaroos with a great move. Simeone trying to pass but misses. In deep is Bedborough to McIntyre along the blue line. Pass across. Back in along the far boards corner. Byrne moves it along for the Lakers, trying to clear. 33 seconds to go on the power play as McIntyre has it. Simeone with it. McIntyre tries to make a move, but Tegart with a great defensive play, but it's knocked back in by McIntyre. Bedborough in. Knocked away by Byrne. Bedborough recovers. McIntyre and Simeone have it. Simeone moves it to McIntyre. McAleer defends. Tegart defends as well. McIntyre with McAleer on her. To the near boards corner it goes. Best with it now. Best with power play expiring here. Trying to get a shot off. It's shot in front, and Travato could not react in time, but it goes across her crease, but not in as the penalty expires, and the Lakers are back to full strength. Meg Teachout with it now. An opportunity for her. She has Morissette with her. She's taken down by Parigi, and Parigi with a good defensive play to shut down Teachout's opportunity. A turnover there. Randazzo as she's checked into the boards by Parigi. It's turned over again. Smith throws it back along the boards in the neutral zone. The Lakers change. Amber Thomas is on. It's moved ahead by the Kangaroos and turned over to Bailey Thomas. Knocked back the other way as Parigi and Thomas go after it. Bailey Thomas has it. Bailey Thomas moves it to Randazzo. Randazzo in the neutral zone to Stewart. Teachout is there to help recover. Teachout takes a shot between the legs, a light one, looking for the tip in, but it did not go to the net. Stewart with it behind the net now. Teachout with a shot. Deflects off a defender. Goes out to Randazzo at the blue line. She will keep it in off the boards. Behind the net to Stewart. Stewart moves it out. Bailey Thomas tries to stop it there, but it's turned away by Gillies. Gillies moves it ahead. Ashley Gillies moving it into the Lakers zone and a high shot that goes over the net. Bailey Thomas recovers it. Doesn't get all of that one, trying to get it out of the zone. Verity Lewis is there to stop it. Teachout is ahead on a break. She's ahead of the defense. Teachout shot over top of the net. Meg Teachout trying to make this one 3-0, but it does not go as it turns right around and turned away with great defense from Webster. Almost an opportunity there. An opportunity for the Lakers possibly here. The freshman line offsides. They were looking to set up for a possible chance there. They have scored both goals in this game. Grugan and Shines have a goal and an assist in this one, and they have been the result of all the goals on the power play. 2-0.
Well, McCown was on the puck there in the neutral zone, and Grugan, I guess, got a little too excited there and crossed over the blue line before the puck did.
And the Lakers start things off again with that dangerous offensive freshman line. They've been scoring a lot, and as a penalty will be called as a takedown in the corner there. Pretty clear. Grugan was on the receiving end of that one. It's going to be Michaela McIntyre going to the box here. And she's looking for an explanation as well. But she will go to the box nonetheless. The Lakers have converted on 2 of 4 power play opportunities. This will be their 5th of the game, with 16:15 to go in the third period. And of course, the freshman line is out there with Bailey Thomas and Avery Webster on defense with the advantage. Taken down in the faceoff dot is Shines. Bailey Thomas with it now. She moves it across to McCown. McCown surveying. Webster with it now. Moving it in deep to Grugan. Avery Webster has it. At the blue line is Thomas. Thomas takes a slap shot. It goes wide. Grugan recovers and a shot off the side of the net. Grugan to McCown. McCown behind the net, spins, and Thomas cannot get it. And the penalty is a body checking penalty on Michaela McIntyre. It's the 5th power play opportunity, as I mentioned, for the Lakers here. They've converted on 2. Thus the score is 2-0 here. Early in the third period, Avery Webster with it behind Travado in net. Webster moves it ahead to McCown. McCown looking for a teammate, but it's turned over to Gillies. And Gillies will lose the puck. Gillies recovers the puck at neutral ice. Bailey Thomas with it now. Bailey Thomas moving it ahead for the Lakers. She will dump it in. Thomas leaves it for Shines. Shines gets there. Is met by a Canton defender. They fight for it along the boards. That's Lewis with her. She's been all over the place on defense for Canton. Very good along the board. Stewart is with it there to help out though. Lewis comes up with it and goes down. And that's going to be a tripping on, I believe, Morgan Shines. As we said, Verity Lewis out of England, she has been very, very quick. You compared her to Carson Vance on the men's side of things for the Lakers. She just drew a penalty there to make this one 4-on-4 for 38 seconds.
An unfortunate penalty. I think the stick just got tied up right in the skate there, but she goes to the box. Like you said, it's 4-on-4, and neither team has played well when it is even terms on the ice, to be honest with you, Nick.
Well, it's Gillies Parigi out there for the Kangaroos. A shot on Travado, and she makes the save. Gillies leaves it back for Lewis. Lewis moves it ahead. Gilio there to defend. It's carried in, and a shot off the mask of Travado, and another save. Turned over there. Rondazzo has it. And another penalty. This is going to be a roughing for sure, and it may be on Tegart. She just kind of bit on the antagonizing from Alexa Parigi, and she's going to go to the box as well.
Well, Alexa Parigi was very physical back in the Oswego zone, in the Oswego zone, and she was pretty much taunting Philomena Tegart after she was sent to the box. And she knew that she knows she's in the head of the Lakers. And
well, what I believe the penalty is going to be is the official was watching this happen in the Oswego Lakers zone. Tegart turned around to return the favor to Parigi, and that's got to be called as a penalty. So that is interference for her, and it will be a 2-person advantage here as Lewis passes it across a shot. Travato makes the save. Webster with it. Gillies now. For falling down, Webster corrals the puck, and it goes back to Gillies. Canton back to full strength, and now we'll have the 2-man advantage. Pass across the blue line is for Hine. She has it. She takes a shot. It does not reach the net. Stewart tries to clear. Stewart does not get it through the zone the way she wanted, and it will go right back, and a shot. And it does not go for Canton. Koznoski was looking for the shot there. She has the puck yet again. Takes a slap shot, and it's blocked by Travato again. Another chance for Lewis here along the blue line. She leaves it for Koznoski. Koznoski takes another shot. It scores through the 5-hole of Tia Travato. It is Koznoski with the goal there. Koznoski making this one a 2-1 game. You know, it was a matter of time on the 2-person advantage there on the power play. What just a great shot one-on-one. She had took 3 shots on Travato before, and that third one was definitely the charm for her.
Travato had done such a great job of getting those pads down to the ice so quickly, but that one was hit way too hard for her to even react to it, right through the 5-hole and in the back of the net.
So Sarah Koznoski, the sophomore out of Ottawa, Ontario, is gonna get the goal on that one and make this one a 1-point game. It's McAleer with it now for the Lakers as one of those penalties comes off the board with the goal. So still 49 seconds of a power play remaining for the Kangaroos. Canton here, moving it ahead slowly. It's gonna be Smith. Smith moves it ahead to McIntyre. McIntyre will carry it into the Lakers zone. 35 seconds remain before the Lakers return to full strength. It's gonna be cleared away by Bailey Thomas. Lakers still lead 2-1 in this one. They have 13 minutes to go in the third period after the power play goal from Sarah Koznoski. McIntyre moves it in. Nifty move there, but too much to handle though. Randazzo was all over it. Kate Randazzo moving that one along the board. She's stopped by McIntyre. 10 seconds to go on the power play. 2 players go down. Opportunity here for Beth. She passes up on it and goes along the far corner. Power play expires here with 1 second, and the Lakers are back to full strength. McIntyre has it. Randazzo plays defense there, and possible opportunity for Neufeld-Kreider. She's defended well, though, by Parigi, and Parigi trying to entice another penalty there. She was getting a little physical with Neufeld-Kreider.
The Lakers have to keep their emotions in check. You saw Tegart going to the box just recently, and that was part of the reason why they was a 5-on-3 and they let up a goal. That was just their 6th goal they've let up on a power play all year.
So it's Gillies and Conboy on the face-off here. Gustafson and Neufeld-Kreider out there on offense, the attackers for the Lakers. Neufeld-Kreider has it. Hine pushes her up against the boards, and Gillies takes control of it behind her own net. Gillies now off the glass. Parigi with it, and Conboy turns that one around. Conboy off the boards, tries to get it back to herself, and both players are frozen there at the blue line. Gustafson with it and loses the puck. Koznoski, the lone goal scorer for the Kangaroos in this game, passes that ahead to Parigi. Parigi moves it to Gillies. Gillies goes behind the net, passes the front for a teammate, but no one was there. Hine returns to center ice and restarts things rather for the Canton Kangaroos. This one goes behind Travato, and it's going to be a nice. Mike, what have you seen so far from Canton? They seem to have turned things around and took advantage of that 5-on-3 play.
Well, it's just shots, Nick. They had 8 total shots between the first 2 periods. They've now put on 5 halfway through the third period, and they got a goal out of it. Oswego has been known to give up goals in that third period, not just Travato, but Rachel Farmer too.
Well, Tegart throws that one in on a wide shot. Shines goes in for it, but cannot get it. Koznoski throws that one ahead. A bad pass to Suzuki is recovered by her teammate, though. McCown will turn that one over for the Lakers and go down right in front of the official. Shines with it now in the neutral zone. Turns that one over to Gillies. And Webster cannot get that one. She will retreat into her own zone, go behind Travato and net. met by Suzuki, was Webster. She passed it to Tegart. McCown backhands it. It's turned over to McIntyre, who can't corral it. Shines blocks that one, and it's a battle at center ice along the far boards. Shines goes down along the boards. McCown stays with it, kicks it ahead to Tegart, and it's turned over. And Cullen throws that one in for the Kangaroos. Move to the far board. Shines and McCown steal that one away. Cullen keeps it alive for Canton. And McCown and Cullen joust a little bit at the blue line. Tegart with it now at the faceoff circle in her own end. Off the skate of Shines. Back to Shines from the recovery from McCown. Grugan loses control of that one. And it's moved ahead. Emily Matthew is with it now. She's tripped up and goes down in neutral ice. Koznowski with it. A shot for Koznowski. It goes off the shoulder of Travato. Travato makes the save again. Teach out goes over to try and recover the puck for the Lakers, as a lot of chances have been taken here for the Canton Kangaroos on Tia Travato and net for the Lakers. Behind the net it goes. Best with it now. Megan Best passes across. It's knocked away, and this one is going to be a race. Smith wins that race. Teach out pushes her off the puck though. Teach out leaving it in the Canton zone, and Leatham will take control of it. Moved along now by the Kangaroos. Canton loses control. Randazzo throws it in, and Suzak will control it behind her own net. Smith with it. Smith moves it along. Leatham has it. A missed pass and the hand raised for the official. Going to be a penalty. So a penalty call. Let's see who this one goes on. Looks like the Lakers. Aaron Stewart will be going in the box, and the Lakers giving another power play opportunity to the SUNY Canton Kangaroos here.
Not sure where I saw the penalty, but at the same time, it's another power play here for Canton. They scored on the last one. Granted, it was 5-on-3. It's still 5-on-4. The Lakers are one down, but a goal up.
Well, the Lakers now are at a one-person disadvantage here as Randazzo has it. It's 5-on-4 in favor of Canton. Bailey Thomas fights for it as the penalty is announced. 2 minutes for interference for her will be the call. And Parigi throws it across in front of Travato. Giglio, great defense there to knock that one away. Bailey Thomas chases that one, but Parigi will get there first. She leaves it for Gillies. Gillies gets it knocked away by Randazzo. McAleer with it now. Short-handed, the Lakers move it up ice, and it's going to be cleared by McAleer into the Canton zone. With it now are the Kangaroos on the attack. It's going to be Lewis. Lewis bobs and weaves through the zone. She takes it herself past Tegart into the near corner. Koznowski with it, the goal scorer in this game for Canton. A shot from Simeone. It deflects wide and up into the net. That one's going to be a stoppage, and a face-off will take place.
Well, just a minute into the power play here in the third period, just 8:30 to go. And Canton looked good so far in this power play. They've done a lot of crisp passing in Oswego's zone and had a couple opportunities on net as well. Well,
1:02 to go here on the power play for Canton. And as the guys mentioned in the pregame, the Lakers blew that 3-0 lead they held over Cortland, in their last game. And that's something that's got to be in the back of their heads here as they lead significantly in shots, and they're only up by a goal here as the power play has 50 seconds remaining for Canton. They definitely don't want to repeat that again. And it's cleared by Morissette.
Just a little update for you. The Oswego State men's team playing in Hobart. It's 3-1 Hobart, 9 minutes into the third period.
Well, a tough road schedule so far for the Lakers, and that hasn't really treated them well so far. But SUNY Canton here trying to turn it around. A nice poke check from Morissette, and she loses it to McIntyre. 18 seconds to go on the power play here. One last opportunity is the attempt for Canton, and they will not get it on the clear. There's 10 seconds to go on the power play. Suzak will handle this one. Bedborough behind the net, and it's across looking for McIntyre, but it doesn't find her. Neufeld-Kreider steals that one. The Lakers return to full strength here, so they don't give up a goal on the power play. And Neufeld-Kreider is in with Conboy. Neufeld-Kreider to the near boards corner. Conboy takes it from her, and she is pushed into the boards by Best. Bedborough moves it ahead. Randazzo returns it. Behind the net it goes. Neufeld-Kreider goes to retrieve it, looking at Webster. Cannot pass it to her, though, as Best is there. Smith moves it back to a teammate behind the net. That's McIntyre. McIntyre moves it back to Best. Neufeld-Kreider turns her around, but she will recover. It's moved ahead. Simeone moves it into the zone to try to start something here. Bedborough goes in with Webster and takes a hit into the boards. Gustafson with it now for the Lakers in the Lakers zone. Trying just to move it ahead, give the Lakers a little bit of a break here as Amber Thomas tries to go to work on Verity Lewis. Lewis turns around quickly and passes the puck ahead. The break here for Koznowski. Koznowski moves it ahead. Defense from Bailey Thomas. She moves it across in front, and a save by Travato. I'm not sure if she got all that one, but Lewis has it now. Chaos in front of the net for the Lakers as Lewis shoots it. It doesn't get all the way to the net. Stewart turns that one around. Possible opportunity here for Meg Teachout. Megan Teachout. A penalty is coming up. Teachout shot and a glove save. But regardless, the Lakers will go on the power play. Teachout was slapped with the stick trying to convert that one-on-one opportunity.
There will be a slashing penalty, and that's on number 21, Verity Lewis. Is that second or third time she's in the box tonight?
I'm not sure exactly if that's the second or third time. I know we saw Simeone was in the box for a few of them. I think this may be the first time Lewis is in the box, but as we said, she has been very quick on defense. A lot of chaos in front of the net on the other end. Kind of caught her off guard, and they had to commit that penalty, basically. So a stoppage on the whistle, a little violation in the face-off circle. They're just going to restart. Amber Thomas is in there with Bedborough. Bedborough kicked out of the face-off dot, and it's going to be Emily Matthew, but Thomas wins it. Back to Randazzo. Randazzo on the power play here. A shot, and it goes almost through. It bounces up and over. Randazzo has it now. Shoots it at the net. Off the pad of Suzak. Amber Thomas back. Randazzo moves it to Tegart. Tegart ahead to Amber Thomas. Thomas back to Randazzo. Thomas to Tegart at the blue line. Slap shot, and it's wide. Amber Thomas will recover it off the boards. Back to Kate Randazzo. Randazzo throws it at the net, and it's wide again. Smith tries to clear here. Tegart looks to stop it and does at the blue line. Teachout with it. Teachout approaches, shot, and it's blocked pretty heavily there, and that's going to be a penalty. And Teachout takes down Matthew, and that's a pretty clear one. Well, Smith actually was on the receiving end of that tripping call, and she looks to be a little worse for wear getting off the ice.
Yeah, very frustrated is Megan Teachout. She had the opportunity on the breakaway where she got the slashing penalty called on Verity Lewis, but she has not looked the same in the third period as she looked as the first and second period.
Well, it will be even again for both sides here, as 1:11 remains on the power play and 1:55 on the power play for Canton. And a shot from Hine goes wide. Gillies here with it in the near corner. Leatham with it at the blue line. Back to Gillies. Gillies met by Webster. Webster. And the penalty announced will be a slashing on Teachout. Shines is ahead, but she can't get a handle on the puck, and it goes to Brooke Suzak. As we said earlier in this game, the Lakers really sneaky and really quick when they're a man down, and they just showed it there again. Almost a one-on-one chance with Suzak for Morgan Shines.
Well, that's the second or third time now a puck's been dumped into the neutral zone, and a Laker has almost gotten a stick on it and on the breakaway, and they just haven't been able to come up with it when the puck is thrown out there.
Well, Emily Gustafson on the losing end of the faceoff there. Ron McIntyre will take control of it. Both power plays, or both penalties tick down here with 4:30 to go in the third period. The Lakers still up 2-1. Webster moves it ahead to Neufeld-Kreider. To Gustafson. The Lakers attacking here. Gustafson leaves it for Neufeld-Kreider, and a shot, and it goes above the net. Suzak got a piece of it. Bedborough taken out with a hit from Gustafson. Webster recovers the puck in a shot. Does not get past Smith, though. Webster takes it behind the net. Looks for the wraparound. It does not go. Gustafson has it. Pass to Bailey Thomas. 49 seconds now on the power play for Canton as Canton returns to full strength. Neufeld-Kreider has it. and it's just dumped in. Koznowski will control it. The Lakers need a change. Moved ahead now and turned over to Randazzo. Randazzo squeaks that one through along the far boards. Randazzo hit there by Koznowski, and McIntyre will receive it for Canton at neutral ice. Moved ahead to Koznowski, turned away by Randazzo. They've been going at it all night on both ends. Tegar will go after it in her own zone and recover it. She's going to go for the clear here. 10 to go on the power play for Canton. Doesn't look like they're going to get an opportunity on this power play though. Smith with it now behind her own net. Suzak trying to get her team going as the Lakers team return to full strength. Best with it. Best moves in. Best with a shot and it goes wide. Great opportunity there, but it just missed as Stewart. Now the Lakers turn it right around. Aaron Stewart with Amber Thomas. Stewart, pass, Thomas, shot and a glove save by Brooke Suzak, shutting down a 2-on-1 opportunity. Wow, Brooke Suzak faced 31 shots tonight, but that may have been her best save.
And maybe the most crucial with just 3 minutes to go here in the third period. Another breakaway there for the Lakers, this time a 2-on-1 effort with Stewart and Thomas, but they could not cash it in.
Well, the face-off there, Conboy fighting for it with Best. And it's Lewis that comes up with it. Gustafson goes in and knocks the puck away. Gustafson chasing. Gillies has it there. Moved it around to Smith. It goes up in the air. Smith looked to bat it down but does not. Or Hine rather, that's who was looking to bat it down. Hine moves it behind her own net to Lewis. Lewis looking to move the puck and does. Gustafson sneaks around and steals it. And the Lakers will start their charge again. Emily Gustafson with it, moving it ahead off the boards, looking for Kreider but doesn't get it to him. And a battle along the blue line. Gustafson is in there with Parigi. And it's moved ahead to Amber Thomas, but it hits her stick. And not a good opportunity though. Best with it now. Megan Best moving in. A teammate with her, that's Parigi. But Webster with great defense turns that one away. Webster moving it ahead. Along the boards it goes. Amber Thomas has it ahead to Emily Gustafson. She makes a move to the far boards and it's stolen away by Lewis. Gustafson recovers though. Thomas collides with her teammate Gustafson. And now there's a battle in the far boards corner.
Time running out here. Ken's got to try and get that puck and move it down the ice.
Well, it's crunch time here, as they like to say. 1 minute and 30 to go in the third period. The Lakers still up 2-1. Bailey Thomas has it now. Thomas moves it ahead. It gets around the net, but does not go. And Best trying to turn this one around. Canton trying for one last good charge here. It's Gillies with 3 defenders on her. Randazzo turns that one around. And it's moved ahead. Stewart's going to recover this one in the Canton zone. Pass across to Morissette. Morissette can't get all of that one. Smith will knock that one away. Stewart gets to it for the Lakers in the Canton zone. Stewart pass across, and it doesn't go. Stewart tries to shoot there, but it's blocked, and Canton will turn it around with just under a minute to go in the third period. Time running out here for Canton. It's moved across by the Lakers. Morissette fights Smith for it. Morissette comes up with it. An empty net here for Canton with the extra attacker, and Morissette can't find Stewart with the empty net. And Canton has it. 35 seconds to go. With the extra attacker and the empty net, the Kangaroos look to charge here, just down by 1. Bedborough with Simeone and Gillies. Bedborough throws it into the zone for herself. Webster meets her there. Bedborough goes down. Tegart with it now. Tegart goes down behind the net. 16 seconds to go, and it's behind the net again. A shot from Lewis probably coming. No, it's a pass and a shot. And Travato didn't even see that one, but it's blocked by the defense of the Lakers. 4-3-2. And it looks like Canton will run out of time. The Oswego State Lakers will win this one 2-1 in a very hard-fought battle. And wow, Mike, what did you see there in that third period?
Well, let's focus just towards the end. You had the 5-on-3 there from Canton where they scored their lone goal, but Canton put up a decent amount of shots in that third period. Oswego not the same as they were in that second period. They exploded in the second period, but Canton did get that one goal. Oswego did a great job on the penalty kill in the third period, and I got to give it to Tia Travato. She did so well tonight.
Well, you saw Tia Travato, and I know Zach and Jaden will be talking a lot about Tia Travato's performance. 14 shots saved from her in the post-game show. But a 2-1 win for the Lakers. That means a lot for them in the new HL standings that both teams are at the bottom of. And 31 shots to 15. The Lakers really dominated in shots in this one. And they usually do win those games when they have the advantage in shots. But for Michael Gross and Nick Ketter in the Steve Levy press box, we thank you for sticking with us. But we're going to send you to the perch with Zach and Jaden after the break. So don't go anywhere. Stay here on WTOP 10 TV.
Welcome back to the Marano Campus Center as we just saw the Oswego Lakers defeat the Canton Kangaroos in a 2-1 victory, and that's going to push the Lakers' lead W's up in this season.
Right, it's a definitely needed conference win for them. They're ahead of Potsdam now, and Canton is still without a win this season, so it's going to be really hard for them going forward.
But no victory comes without some hard-fought stuff, including the one goal that Canton managed to get. It was their first power play goal in this game, as we see here. Canton's just going to be able to get that shot in on the 3-on-4.
Yes, that was 5-on-3, Zach. That was a really impressive one from them. The Lakers had kept giving penalties up, and it's just Canton was able to finally capitalize off of that 5-and-3 and get a needed goal for them. But of course, when it came down later onto the game, they could not capitalize off other power plays, and Oswego would take the game.
Even pulling the goalie out at the end of the game really didn't help them for Canton, but the Lakers had their own little troubles as well.
Right, there was a lot of penalties, the body checking, interference. It was excessive. I kind of expected this going into the third period that they were going to be more aggressive, and it did happen on both teams. It was back and forth, and it really could have gone in more Canton's favor if they didn't commit penalties as well as the Lakers did.
We also noticed that the Lakers were falling down quite a bit too. Both teams were they were going really fast, and they were skating around really fast, causing some of them to slip, so there was some missed opportunities through that.
Right, a lot of slashing, a lot of shrimping and all that stuff. They really had a hard time, keeping control of the puck and staying on their feet, and it showed in that third period a lot.
But Canton did have a lot of impressive saves going out through the third period and throughout the whole game. Really some great stuff for them going into this game, playing in the Marano Campus Center against the Lakers. Some great stuff there. Playing on the defensive side of it, they were able to get that and save that one.
Right, Suzak had to definitely deal with a lot of shots. The Lakers had took 31 shots in total this game. She only gave up 2, still lost, but Suzak definitely did a great, impressive job making sure that any puck that came her way, she was basically playing catch most of the time, making sure that puck wasn't going into that goal.
And that's definitely a big thing for Canton and for Suzak, is to make sure she holds her head high, because she only let in 2 goals. It could have been a lot worse.
Right. It definitely, I could blame a little bit on the team themselves by not giving her much of that defense, because, of course, they got all in the goal and they ended up pushing it in. But still very impressive by Suzak, and hopefully she can continue that going forward.
And that's definitely a big thing. But Oswego had their own handful of saves as well before Canton had a lot of power play opportunities. They had some other opportunities as well, but none of them were converting.
Not at all. A lot of the shots that Canton took, Tia Travato, the freshman, took really great initiative to make sure that didn't go in. Even one of them bounced off her helmet at one point. That was a very crazy one.
It was definitely a crazy shot selection for Canton going on that, but there was a lot of great categories for the Lakers going on in this victory as well. They managed to win in nearly every category that they played in.
Yeah, exactly. The face-offs, power plays, shootouts, everything worked out in Lakers' advantage in this game. 31 shots compared to 15. Power plays, pretty much similar, 1-7, 1-6, and the face-off won by 30-18. The Lakers have shown great strength in all of those fields, and it's just going to continue forward. That's what they're good at, and there's nothing they can really do to change that.
And the Lakers were able to win in almost every category. Now with this W today, they're heading into the weekend. They hit the road tomorrow to go to play Potsdam. So what are you expecting from this team tomorrow?
The Lakers, they really have to keep up their momentum they had in the first and second period. I'm going to compare this game to what they did last week with Cortland. The third period, we saw them not make any points because they kind of got a little bit comfortable and they started committing more penalties. They got to make sure that when they face Potsdam, they don't do that, because Potsdam is basically on the same category as them right now in the standings. So if you play the same first and second period way, but not do what you do in the third period the entire time, the chances of beating Potsdam goes up.
And that's definitely a big thing for this weekend, is making sure that they keep up that momentum throughout all 3 periods. Now, we do have an update on the men's game as they play Hobart going around this weekend. They are on the road this weekend, and they are into that is the final score. Hobart wins 4-1 against the Lakers. That is their 2nd straight loss in a row.
That's kind of tough. You know, the men's team here, every time they played at Oswego, they actually pulled out wins, impressive, big margins, but on the road is not shown at all. They give up less shots, 26 goals. My bad, I'll repeat that, 26 shots compared to 39 from Hobart. And it seems like they really need more improvement when being on other people's turfs compared to their own.
And as we shift our focus from the men's game back to the women's game, what were your final thoughts on that 2-1 victory?
The Lakers, they're doing way more impressive than we saw in the beginning of the season. They're more determined to get the goals, more determined to keep possession of the puck. They're trying to capitalize off power plays. They do need to work on a little bit of the defense, a little bit of the interference and everything, because, of course, once they start becoming a penalties game, that's when other teams capitalize off that. So if they can somehow avoid getting all those minutes, then they can continue on to the success and work on facing the bigger targets, which is Plattsburgh, Cortland, Morrisville.
And that's all we got here from the Purge. Thank you so much for watching Hockey Night in Oswego. From the crew, from Nick Ketter, Mike Gross, and Jaden Reynolds, I'm Zachary Haynes. Have a good night.